Hi, welcome to Snaizeholme, here in the Yorkshire Dales, a site owned and managed by the Woodland Trust that's supported by the White Rose Forest.
Snaizeholme is one of the largest woodland creation sites in England, and it's a fantastic project that's aiming to do a lot of stuff. Maximising biodiversity is one of them, so there's a huge range of different habitats that are being enhanced through this project. Not just the tree planting, but also the open spaces as well. And it's the scale and ambition is huge, and it's something we're really proud to support. So Snaizeholme is the largest project that we're funding in the White Rose Forest area, and it sits within our Landscapes for Water programme, which is all about using woodland creation to slow the flow of water to help lower the risk of flood further downstream. So this site is a perfect example of that. It's the head of the valley, and the water that flows through this valley is in the Suno catchment that ends up in York, which has suffered greatly from floods over the last few years. So the work that the Woodland Trust are doing here could have a real impact further downstream. So you're in the second season of planting. How's it going?
Yeah, pretty well. Just coming to an end now. We started sort of in October and then just about finishing up. So yeah, we're in a bit area we've planted this year, working our way around the head of the valley. So we've planted sort of probably in excess of about 190 hectares. Mm-hmm. So we've met the goal for this year with a bit more to go next year.
And in terms of species, what are you planting?
Quite a mix, broadleaf mix typically. Quite a bit of willow, quite a lot of thorns, so quite a lot of shrubby species. A bit of Scots pine in there, which is a little bit different.
And the planting team, how many people have you had working on it? Have they struggled in some of the bad weather, or has it been all right?
Yeah, it's been quite challenging, I will say. But generally, sort of a group of between 4 to 7 of them. Really great set of guys, looking generally planting about 700 to 1,000 trees each day. So yeah, they fair go at it, and real tough workers. Here at Snaizeholme, we're looking to create 3 different types of wooded habitat here. These range in sort of the typical densities, and the idea is that hopefully we're creating real sort of variety of habitat for a lot of different species. One of the key areas is the sort of the edge of shrub habitat, which borders sort of some areas of a wading habitat, which we're trying to do really sensitively and up and away from the habitat itself.
So it looks like we're in a higher density area here.
Yeah, that's it. We're just coming up sort of the transition between one of our sort of medium up to the higher density sort of areas. So yeah, you can see a lot more sort of the scrapes and the trees. Little thorn here, looking all right. It's had a bit of all issues in some places, but nothing on that one per se. And yeah, as we head up, we'll probably get into a slightly higher density. And then again, as we go higher again, it'll reverse and we'll start seeing lower density, more shrub species coming into it. Yeah, we're planting twice as many trees as we actually want to succeed here. The idea being we're not using tree protection, so we're accepting that we will lose some of the trees planted. We're trying to plant in a way that is a lot more natural, so that we're quite random, we're not equal spacing trees and we're not putting them in lines. So the way we plant will hopefully create a more natural, pockety woodland. But also the fact that we will be accepting we will lose some trees, again, will hopefully create that much more natural sort of diversity of woodland that we're hoping to create here. Another big part of what we've been doing this year is access improvement work. So installing the bridge that we have behind us here to gain access to this eastern side of the valley, which we previously had very poor access to. We've also commenced on the restoration work and repurposing of some of the field barns on site, so we've got builders here undertaking that work now, which should see us well into summer and maybe hopefully finishing up next winter.
Funding that Woodland Trust are using to deliver this project is through the White Rose Forest and DEFRA's Trees for Climate grant, and one of the strengths of that funding is its flexibility. So everything that they're trying to deliver here in terms of the diversity of habitats is only possible because of the flexibility within that grant. It's been fantastic working with the Woodland Trust and the scale and ambition of this project, and that's what we do at the White Rose Forest, is provide support, funding and advice. So we're keen to work with all landowners across North and West Yorkshire to deliver more projects like this.